Episode 351. We're still stuck here in the peaks, even after doing that huge dungeon, just because we have to finish off some side quests. Well, at least one more side quest, I think, for the Aether Current. But it could be a whole bunch of side quests if there's like some kind of quest chain or something. And actually, now that I think about it, I forgot to look up if there was some kind of a intersection quest or something after doing the quest chain here and the quest chain over here. Because in the other areas there was something like that. I guess it'd be obvious if there was like a level 67 quest or something over here. But all the quests over here are already level 67 or something, so no way of knowing. Oh well, I'll look it up later. And actually we still don't have the side quests that we need to do for the Aether Current. Or even the main quest that we have to do for it. I guess that's coming up. Well, I'm sure they'll pop up eventually. Maybe we should speak with General Alden, just in case his men learn something about Kyle. Yeah. I am told one of your comrades was injured during the operation. If there is aught we can do to help, pray do not hesitate to ask. Guess that would have been Alice. Before we continue, I am going to have to mute the mic to clear my throat again. This has become a regular thing for me, it's so annoying. So many weeks have passed since I got better from my cold, and yet my throat still acts like this. Surprisingly, this is not the quest for the Aether Current. Go Moy, Commander Hext. Fine work you did today. After Specular Imperators, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Rolger's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am, but you should know that Alice was injured in the fighting. And yeah, we saw some slick tricks from Fordola. Regrettable, but I'm pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. Throat already giving out after clearing it just a minute ago. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing really, just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Carl and do so much more. It doesn't really feel like we have to do so much more, cause we're literally right up on the edge of the final area of the game, and just kind of feels like it's gonna be snowballing from here very quickly. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castro's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you, both of you. Oh wait, I think... Right, there is like a lull in the activity that would actually be good for doing other things, yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah, let's see where this goes. This episode might be entirely different from what I thought I'd be doing. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Then come with me to Radiyada. From there we'll need to follow another road south. Okay, I guess there's still stuff to do here before we get the Aether Current. I mean, obviously, because we're not getting it from this quest, but still. Felt like this dungeon that's right up on the edge of the area would be the thing that would give us the Aether Current. And there's like no more challenges anymore, like in this area, I guess. Probably. Probably just story stuff, I guess. Right, the blue quest that gives us the Aether Current wouldn't unlock until we complete a quest, so I'll only have to check after we do this green check mark or after the next one. Just every time. Because it would be weird if we got the main story Aether Current before we unlocked the choice to do the side story, or the side quest Aether Current. I didn't know this was here. I mean, I've been here before, obviously I'm my main character, but... What is this place? I don't remember this. I remember every other area in the game, even vaguely, like Alighieri and this boat, and this whole place, and even this little vista here was hidden here, the little graveyard. And of course this thing, this huge landmark. It's rare that I find an area in a game that's even part of the main quest that I don't even recognize. And this is not a major area, but it's still an area. I don't think I know this village. It's so small. Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, us two were also small, but I also don't know this village. But yeah, Komori small. You. Who are you? What do you do here? Oh, an adventurer. We have nothing to offer, but you're free to rest here as long as you like. Tell me about yourself. The name's given. I'm just a simple man living in a simple village. I was an army man back in the day. Now, what a time to be alive that was. No matter how good a soldier you are, though, there's no fighting against time. Eventually I retired from my post and returned home. Since then it's been nothing but tilling what little soil we have from sunup to sunset. Sounds like a pain. This is the worst place in Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, not the worst place to live in, but it's just so dull. There's nothing going on, which is nice in a way, I guess. And also not nice in other ways. This village, or at least what's left of it, is Coldheart. If you ask me, it's a bloody miracle anything goes up here. We managed to harvest a bit to eat, and a bit to trade. Most of what we have came from the few young'uns what left to join the resistance. They use their wages to support us as best they can. Once those damn guardians came, anyone who hadn't left, or hadn't already left, was conscripted. It's mostly only children and us old folks here now. If things don't change soon, Coldheart may not be around in a few years. Yeah, get rid of it, it's an eyesore. Can you believe this place, Valbon? What a pigsty. Even after all these years, it's still the same. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Okay, there's a blue quest. But actually, if he's talking about a proper welcome, I guess we'll do the main story first. And there's the current. I guess we will do this before we do the side story. Komori, Lise. I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
Oh, you live here? Sorry I called your town a pigsty. I actually did recall that this was a story beat that we do after spending a little bit of time here. Just vaguely recalled this scene.
You mean, this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Nope, the echo. Very handy storytelling device. Show, don't tell.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death.
That's Curtis. Curtis, the guy that just died, the old leader of the Resistance, he's much thicker when he was younger.
Liberty or death? Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
This could be both a good thumbnail and a title for the episode, potentially. Oh, is that? That's him.
Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Is that the same voice actor? Does a good job of making himself sound younger.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder.
Okay, hang on. They already had, like, by the time this came out, they had a bunch of those quests that referenced Hamilton. Is this... This isn't just like a coincidence, is it? Did they, like, sneak this line in here?
Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
I mean, it's kind of a common line, I guess. Maybe it didn't even come from Hamilton or something, I don't know.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lise, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Enanta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. you are indeed your father's daughter.
Liberty or death? Has it really been 20 years since he wrote those words? That was 20 years ago. Felt like it was longer. Well, I guess they didn't change that much. Ramon is still kind of looking the same-ish. Well, they didn't really show his face during that whole thing. Even a blind man could see what Ursi's at least wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. Wasn't herself? What do you mean? To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alice was dead for a moment back there. Oh, I see. After the whole thing with Alice and Fordola, that's what he was saying, she wasn't herself. There's one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Maybe they'll do the same for her now. Alright then, I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. Let me just stay a bit longer. This was his house, right? Why did Curtis write on Raubon's house? That's kind of like graffiti? I guess it was fine. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. But not before we take on this quest. You're one of those adventurers, aren't you? Travel this way and that, always helping folks. Well, I believe I speak for all of us here when I say we need your help. I'm sure you've noticed, but we don't have much. The only reason we get by is a merchant who comes and sells us supplies. And I say sell, but it's so cheap, you might as well give it away. Trouble is, without so much as a word, he suddenly stopped coming. I'd go and search for him myself, but anyone who could have kept watch while I'm gone has been conscripted by those damn Imperials. Would you try asking around Radiata if anyone's seen him? He always talked about going there, so I figured it's a good place to start. Well, it's a good thing we're going in that direction. I bet someone at Radiata has seen him. He often mentioned his trips there. At the time of recording, patch 7.45 just released, and I haven't had the chance to do that yet. And at the same time, there's also another event quest going on. I'll make time to do that during the downtime that was talked about at the beginning of this episode, I guess. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Okay. I know my west from my east, so this is something I can handle. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Maybe I had to look at the map to understand which way was northwest. Or the mini compass. I guess it is still the mini map. Who goes? Who goes where? You. Suspicious use. I didn't think it would make sense for Guardians or bandits to be around. Unless these really are bandits. 7 elves, she's seen us. Sought it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Okay, I guess we are fighting guys. Didn't actually expect this. Start with this. Put down this. Triple cast. Another triple cast. And done. What exactly were those guys? They weren't like normal bandits, were they? Spies? Oh wait. Should we rendezvous with Lise first? Let's do the side quest first, I guess. Cold Horse? Why would anyone sell their wares in that ghost town? Hey, your town's not so much better yourself. I mean, this place only has like the one tent and the 2 buildings. A merchant traveling to Cold Horse? Wait, that's the guy in league with the Imperials, isn't he? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him in a while. Godefrey. How do you pronounce that? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I've heard of him. His name's Franck. Some folks say he's doing people a favor, but I think he's up to something. Okay, let's find Franck. Where? Wait, all the way... Oh no, all the way over here. Well, I guess we're talking to Lise first. If we finish this main quest thing and get the Aether Current, then we can teleport over to here. Do this quest and then potentially not have to... not do a bunch of walking if we unlock flying. What happened here? They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. Yeah, no idea what was going on with these guys, not yet. They're Alamegan. Not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods. Alcé and Alphinaud could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. Stop that. That's dirty. Get away from that. And the weather just took a turn for the worse. Not that bad. I guess it's a mood at least. What's this all about, or what's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata, and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alcé was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see that what we just did to Castrum Urbania? Goddamn fools. Niece, go boy, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young? Less than 20 summers, oh that young. Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones. The ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones who you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish. They ought to be begging to fight for the resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Now you get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites its master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it. But remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. These youths, he say, even though I'm pretty sure Alfred is younger than 20 summers himself here. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together. A better home than they've ever known. Aether current unlocked. And just to peek in, I guess the next quest is going to be... Yeah, Lady in Red. I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. And it's level 69. So like right up at the very end. We might have better thumbnail material by the end of this episode. Depending. Like how quickly I get through this thing. Or we can just teleport. Didn't I talk to Franck in like a different side quest? Wasn't the guy in this alleyway, was it? I guess not. Just seems familiar, the name Franck. Yeah, we talked to Franck before, right? Yeah, I remember. This was part of the main quest, I guess. Not a different side quest. They're asking about me at Cold Horse. I'd love to help, but the situation has gotten complicated, you see. The reason I was selling to them so cheap is because someone else was footing the bill. Some Imperial soldier said he grew up there. He went to the Guardians willingly, if you can believe it. They made him a watchman at one of their labor camps, and he's been funneling all his pay to me. Granted, I keep peddling my goods at Cold Horse. Afraid his friends and family would refuse his gifts after turning his back on them, he got the smart idea of sending me up there, selling whatever they need for next to nothing. The thing is, he hasn't contacted me in days. A shame too. On my next trip, I was supposed to deliver this bottle of Ark. It's hard to come by nowadays, but he paid me good money to find it. Would you mind taking it there for me? As for this conversation, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you tell anyone. All things considered, I think he might have wanted someone to know. I'll admit I did less than honorable things to make my fair share of profits when the Guardians were here. I'm a merchant after all. That said, I plan to use my savings to get this place back on its feet again. Just a matter of how. I don't think that dialogue had anything to do with the quest we're doing right now, though. But okay, yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid of. Since we didn't complete that quest just now, we have to make this entire trip all over again. How many times have we done this? I could have like cut it down to only having to do it like 1 or 2 times, like for the main quest and all the side quests. If I just waited to do all the side quests until the very end, but well, I guess here we are again. About halfway through the episode. We are about to finish this quest, and I can't think of anything else that I want to do before we continue the main quest, so I think whatever we get there is going to be our thumbnail. Because I do remember what happens here, and actually it should be a good launching off point for doing a bunch of other things that I have to do, including the event quest that I was talking about. With the release of 7.45, other than a bunch of like the usual stuff that releases, I think the spoiler exploration zone and I think maybe weapon quest stuff, relic weapon stuff. I guess the main thing that they released was another Criterion dungeon, which I really do want to hop on, but it's hard to set down the time to do it. Which I mean, I'm setting down time to record this for Comboy right now, but that's different. This is like a thing for me. I really should be playing new stuff though. Which on that topic, there's like a bunch of other things that I want to be playing, coming out, and a bunch of other things that already came out. Thinking about Pokemon Pokopia and Slay the Spire as the main ones. I've gotten into a habit of like playing games on these recordings and just like getting myself to play games more frequently. That's like the whole point of these recordings, but I feel like I'm into a groove now where I can do recordings but also not have to record every game that I play. And at the same time, I'm also into a groove of maybe not recording as much videos as I have been doing. I'm probably going to be uploading videos less frequently. Just because I feel like I'm, well, like I said, into the groove of playing games more frequently now, so I don't really have to be recording everything, just to force myself to play them. And that'll free me up to do some other things too, including play more games, but also like other things other than games. Did you find any sign of the merchant? I guess we're snitching. He was paid to come here by an Imperial turncoat. They worked at a labor camp. No, it can't be. A bottle of Eric. My son said. He said someday we'd... Oh, how tragic. Never mind about the merchant. Here. It's not much, but you deserve it. Thank you for this. Okay. Well, it'd be sad if we just kind of left this guy unfinished, so... I guess we are going to be doing this, this quest chain. Wait, is this actually like a quest chain? Because it might just be like a quest that was underneath his other quest. Because it doesn't seem like he's talking about how this would be related to the quest that we just did. I'm just going to assume it's a quest chain. Excuse me, miss. Mind lending me a hand with something? A friend of mine, Veretta's her name. She seems to be troubled these days. She's a sweet woman, and I'd like to help her, but she won't talk to anyone. She's always been fond of travelers passing through, so I figure she might open up a bit to you. Yeah, this has nothing to do with him. Wonder what's troubling her. Hope it's nothing serious. Damn, this might not actually be like a side quest chain, not in the sense that I usually consider them. But I guess we're doing it now. You're that adventurer Nas Rabon came here with, aren't you? Well, I'll be. What can I do for you? No, what can we do for you? Sagar's worried about me, is he? That's kind of him, but my troubles are nothing he can help me with. Might be a strapping young lass like yourself could, though. I've been meaning to find my son. A fine young lad, going on 20 now. The Guardians what came through here conscripted all our young men, but by the grace of Rongar, he gave them the slip. Trouble is, though, my boy never came home. The Guardians have long since fled these parts, so I'm hoping he'll come back. I'd go and search for him myself, but I've never left Coldharth before. I'm not like to get too far on my own. Might you be willing to take a look around for me? Really, never left the town. Bless you, child. I can't imagine where he ran off to, but there's a good chance he passed through Radiata to the north. This is only what I've heard from the merchants who come through, mind you. But there's Guardian outposts all over. If he was looking for a place to lay low before moving on, it'd have to be there. His name's Erard, by the way. He's got blonde hair and an old scar across one cheek. You'll know him when you see him. Gonna clear my throat again. It was particularly bad that time. Hopefully no more this episode. I doubt he's been staying in Radiata all this time, but I'm sure someone there's at least seen him. This woman has never left this little podunk town, huh? This podunk town with only 3 buildings, and like the water tower. Well, I guess that's more of like a grain storage place or something, a silo. And Radiata isn't even that far. I guess she's like afraid of the Highland Urukas. Surely she's been at least to Radiata though, right? I mean, it's really just like over the hill. Oh right, we can fly now. That was the whole point. Erard? Sorry, miss. Can't say I know anyone by that name. Erard? I was hoping Godfrey has mentioned him before. You might have better luck speaking with him. Okay, Godfrey again. Godaffer. Erard. Where have I heard that name before? Yes, of course. Wait, no. No, I can't say no, Erard. Great, thanks. I mean, we already know. We had to talk to Godfrey. You there, tell me everything you know. Who's Erard? Erard? I'm sure I know him. Been a long time since he's been around here, though. He showed up about 2 years ago, escaping from the Guardians. I couldn't stand the thought of them dragging him away like they did my son. So I helped keep him out of sight. Thinking back on it now, that was quite the gamble. Of course, it would have only been a matter of time before they got on. I had a friend of mine, Stark Woad, help him make his escape. She snuck him out with a shipment of provisions. If memory serves, she made a stop at Specula Imperators, but I don't know where they went after that. Not sure if that helps you any, but I'm afraid that's all I know. Best of luck to you. Okay. Yeah, I guess we weren't asking who's Erard, we were asking where's Erard. Back already? Did you find out anything about my boy? Is he safe? Passed through the Guardian outpost to the north, so he escaped then. It does my heart good to know he's out of harm's way. I sure do miss him. Okay. This is a quest chain, at least. Part of me was afraid that we just did the side quest for Cigar, and that unlocked a one-off quest for him. But the fact that it is a quest chain means it's at least slightly more important. And actually, wait. Yeah, there is a portrait for this quest. Not all side quests have a portrait, so that at least means something. I'm sure you're tired of me badgering you as favors, but it would mean the world to me if you could keep looking for my boy Erard. If he passed through that Guardian outpost to the north, then he'd have to stop at Aligiri to rest and gather supplies. I know it's far, but please, go and see if there's any sign of him. If you find Erard, tell him he can expect a piece of my mind when he returns. I'll teach him to leave his mother sick with worry for 2 years. 2 years, huh? We can teleport. We do have to fill out the rest of the map too. Wait, hang on. We'll do that right now, get the experience on Summoner. It should get us pretty close to leveling up if we get the bonus for completing this map. At least a little bit closer. Probably a third of the way remaining. Maybe even halfway, but not more than that. What even is this place? The F4. Well, it's not here, it's actually this place? Cool looking place. And it has nothing to do with anything, it's just kinda here. Do any side quests take you here? It's just kinda cool. I guess you could go fishing here. Maybe there's a big fish that spawns here. And take off. Okay, a couple more areas to look out for. Arms of the Mead, the Choler. Both unimportant to the main story, but they do have landmarks. It's almost a shame we didn't come here. It's so pretty, actually. Kinda makes me think of I don't know, the Mana Tree or something. Much smaller, obviously, but still. And yet another area you can only find by flying. All the cool areas are only accessible by flying. Was that it? Okay, no, there's one more. Another one of these statues. Let's see, head missing. And here we go. Okay, yeah, that was more than halfway. Scaling experience, gotta love it. And once more we are searching around this specific area in Alighieri. Are we going to talk to Franck? Nope, we're not talking to Franck. We're done with Franck. There aren't. A few bells ago, a pair of customers mentioned him. Can't say what else they talked about though. It's not my place to pry. A few bells ago. That's actually promising. That means like a few hours ago, I think. Because a bell chimes every hour, if you have a bell tower, or a clock tower, or something. There aren't. Can't say I know him. Truth be told, if you're talking 2 years ago, Alighieri isn't a place he'd want to be. Oh, we're not talking 2 years ago, we're talking 2 bells ago now. Apparently. 2 bells doesn't mean 2 years, right? Definitely not. Come to think of it, the soldiers who stopped by my shop mentioned someone who came from Cold Horse. Could be they know the man you're looking for. Okay, recent. Oh, Ko Mori Moriko. I hardly recognized you. To what do we owe the honor of your presence? Erart. Yes, one of my subordinates is from Cold Horse. I would introduce you to him, but I'm afraid he was dispatched not long ago to destroy Magitech drones sighted near Specula Imperatoris. In fact, I imagine he should be arriving there very soon. If you have pressing matters to discuss with him, I would urge you to go and meet him out at Specula Imperatoris. What's this guy been doing for 2 years if he hasn't, like, gone home, and he's still in the area? I would have thought he'd be, like, in an entirely different, like, place in Pirabania, like over here, or even over here or something. Which wouldn't make sense for the quest, I guess. It has to be in this area, but still. Just seems like it's pretty easy to stop in and check on Mom. But they never write home, do they? Not even a call, not even a text. Oh, a golden locked lieutenant, you say? Does he have, like, the scars? Whatever business you have will have to wait. This area must be cleared of Magitech drones post-haste. They could be upon us at any moment. I'm sorry, but I must ask you to vacate the area. Or perhaps, if you're willing to assist me, have a look at my map. This is our present location. I'd like you to survey these 3 areas and dispense with any drones you encounter. We can speak after you've returned. I'm speaking now. Proceed with caution. These drones won't hesitate when they've located a target. Okay, then I guess we're doing this first. She said like a scar across the eye or something like that, right? Magitech drones. Can't be that tough. Yeah, just these tiny little guys. And one more. I'm actually not sure if the AoE would have been better on these 3 guys. Gonna have to do that 2 more times, huh? I guess we can try the AoE, but it'll be hard to know if it's faster when we do it this way, just because we don't have the same rotation setup. And we'll be using this. Does that hit everyone? It does. Hard to tell if that's faster. I really should look up how to use ley lines and triple cast so that they're maximum efficiency. I'm pretty sure you don't want to use them at the same time. Probably, but then the question is, which one do you use first? Oh, no drones. Okay. Well, I guess we can't test out our moves. Okay, but this is the guy, right? The golden-haired lieutenant. You returned, and was nearly a scratch. Excellent work. Now then, what is it you wish to speak with me about? Rart. Cold Horse. Yes, that is my home, but I'm afraid I don't know this Rart fellow. You say he left 2 years ago? No, I was forced to leave long before that. Oh? 5 years ago, the Guardians came and conscripted any able-bodied men they could find. I was one of the unlucky few to be sent to Doma, or so I thought. The people of Doma attempted to revolt, and in the ensuing chaos, my unit was all but wiped out. I was the only survivor. I thought it better to brave the unknown than return to the Imperials in defeat, so I made my escape. What followed was a peerless venture with no promise of a tomorrow, yet somehow I managed my way to Ul'dah, where I enlisted in the Immortal Flames. Where are we going with this? I'm honestly surprised Cold Horse is still there after all this time. With the population dwindling as it was, I was certain the Guardians had robbed the place of all its prospective soldiers, and with the rest of the sword. But enough of my ramblings. Unfortunately, I don't know the man you're looking for, but if you were seeking safety, he likely found it with resistance. Whether you meant to fight or flee beyond Bilsar's wall, their help would be indispensable. I'm sure they will have answers for you. Okay. Well, I guess we're continuing this quest. I really thought it was this guy. You know, they dangled the golden locked title in front of us to make us think. But I guess he doesn't have the scars across the eyes after all. If you plan on speaking with someone from the Resistance, might I suggest seeking out Guntmar? You would be hard-pressed to find a man who knows more of the peaks than him. He should be back at our camp, due west of here. Guntmar was born and raised here in the peaks, and makes it his business to know anything of importance that goes on here. I'm certain he can help you. So why did that guy give us like his entire backstory if he wasn't the guy we're looking for? There's like a chance that it could play into the rest of this quest or something. His whole story about being sent to Doma and then being sent back here. It just seemed like a tangent. I didn't quite follow the conversation. Why I had to mention it. I guess we were asking about a Rart and then he just started talking about himself instead. It turns out this is actually going to take the rest of the episode, so we're not getting the thing that we can do if we continue the main quest. I guess we'll save that for next time, maybe. Rart? Well, yes, he's a member of the Resistance. Good lad. Can't say I've heard any complaints about him. His unit was dispatched to Alamigo not long ago. If you hurry, you may be able to catch him near Castrum Bania. Wait, hang on. Flavor text. If you wish to speak with him, I suggest you leave now. He and his men are likely passing Castrum Bania as we speak. Part of me wondered if this quest would be in the direction of this woman's son having been like dead this entire time or something. Pretty early on we found out that they was still like messing around, being seen around town and whatnot. So why is it so hard to get our hands on this guy? I'm I'm pretty sure this is probably the last quest in the chain, though. Can't imagine we go on this goose chase any longer. You know, from high above, these roads actually don't look too bad. They kind of look weird, the way they curve, though. And it's just like the one road, so... not exactly like a metropolis. Ah, Komoi Moiko of the Scions. Well met. What brings you here to the peaks? Rart. You're looking for Rart? On behalf of his mother, you say? I see. Well, he is, how should I put this? The Resistance captain seems to be bearing distressing news. Expressing your doubt for the need to hesitate, may convince him to speak. Yeah. This is rather confidential business you're talking about, though I suppose it would only be a matter of time before you were made privy to it. I have some thoughts. Alright, I'll tell you. Erard is, or rather was, a member of my unit. Okay, but I'm pretty sure there's more than it. Or more than this. He was reassigned in light of an opportunity for him to assist in gathering Guardian intelligence. As it turns out, he bears a striking resemblance to the son of one of our Guardian contacts, an Alamegan merchant who bribed his way into citizenship. He agreed to allow Erard to stand in for his son, so that he could infiltrate their military. The price was steep. Steeper still to have him placed among the most renowned unit of Alamegans in service to the Imperials. The Skulls. Okay, that's pretty bad. He supplied us with indispensable insight to their inner workings, or to the inner workings of their military, all while maintaining his turncoat facade. He's even gone so far as to take arms against his Eorzean comrades. However, after a recent clash with the Skulls, he ceased all contact with us. To be frank, we fear the worst. In the event anything should happen to him, he prepared a final letter to be delivered to his mother. Having come this far on her behalf, I think it only appropriate that you should be the one to deliver it. Tell his mother he died fighting for the freedom of Alamigo, that his selfless sacrifice will be forever honored by soldiers and civilians alike. I really didn't think it would be going in this direction, but okay. But he didn't actually say he was dead, right? Just, it'd be awkward. Okay, they are saying that they fear the worst, that he did die, but he could still be like in deep cover or something, right? But this is the last quest, so maybe that's all there is to it. Oh my, you're back. You were gone for so long. Did you find anything? A letter penned by Erard to be delivered to his mother in the event of his untimely death. Never to your death indeed. A letter from Erard? Does this mean he'll be coming home soon? Your son won't be coming back from the war. Oh, Erard, I suspected something had happened, but I didn't want to believe it. My boy was always so kind, so fierce. He was the sort of man who'd want to die fighting, with his head held high. I'm sure that's what happened. At least I know, or at least now I know he's... Excuse me, I need a moment. Okay, triumphant music. Now's not the time. Nope, there's more quest. Okay. Well, I guess I'm glad, because that would be very awkward to end things on. Sorry about before. Deep down I always knew something had happened, but I didn't want to believe it. Whatever he had to say must have been terribly important. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready, but I can't. Would you mind taking a look at it first? If I start tearing up again, I'll never make it to the bottom of the page. Okay, we'll read your dead son's letter. Dear Mother, if you're reading this letter, then I'm very sorry, but I won't be returning from the war. Please don't be mad, and don't be sad. Just know that I did what I had to, for the sake of all amigo. I'd hoped to deliver this to you in person, but I have a gift for waiting for you in Alighieri, in the care of Yadulani. There's Yadulani again, didn't think I'd have to pronounce that name again. Go to her, and tell her it is time to rekindle the flames of hope. She'll know what to do. I pray this brings you the same happiness you brought me, and so many others over the years. Wait a second, Yadulani? She's from the side quest. This is the intersection quest. We just finished the quest, the quest over here was that one cutscene just now, and now we're doing the intersection quest. Okay. What did my boy have to say? Yadulani. Even when he's gone, he's looking out for us. I know I've been nothing but a nuisance to you, but do you think you could go and pick up that package for me? Okay, you can be a nuisance one more time, for your dead son. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wonder what it is he left me. Whatever it is. I'll cherish it till my dying day. Well, hopefully it's not perishable. Maybe send some persimmons to dear old mom. Never really went through here, have we? This little route that goes back to the village, the town, the city? What's this place actually considered? If we consider Oldal like a city, and the playable space in that is much smaller than the actual indoor size of the city, then this place, which the playable space is already pretty small, but smaller than Oldal, I guess, it could still be representative of a much larger area, a much larger town or city or something. I guess this is a town at least, probably not a city though. Yadulani. Komoi, what a pleasant surprise. What brings you to Alighieri? Yeah. Rekindle the flames of hope. Didn't think I'd have to pull out my keyboard today. Let's see. And it has to be lowercase r, so let's just say, I want you to rekindle the flames of hope. And actually, let's say Komoi wants you. Speaking in the third person, we're doing some kind of an infomercial or something, or an ad, for joining the military. Oh wait. Has to be in say. Oh wait, I said Komoi want you instead of wants. Well, whatever, it's too late. Ah yes, for our hearths and homes have been cold for far too long. Why are we speaking in code here? I assume this was meant for some nefarious end when that soldier from the Skulls gave this to me. Okay, right. Because he was in Skulls, it has to be in code, I guess. He's always trying to be undercover. I've always kept it close out of habit, but no one ever came to claim it. I see. So he sacrificed himself for the resistance. Please give his family my condolences. The Skulls were always a rather belligerent bunch, but I remember he was different than the rest. We could have used more people like him back then. Is this not actually an intersection quest? She was involved in the other side quest thing, but doesn't really feel like she's getting involved in this story, so maybe it's not actually an intersection thing. I call them intersection quests. There has to be a better name for this. But I can't think of one. There you are. My nerves had me up and walking about all over waiting for you to get back. So, did you get the package? The boarding gift. A nondescript package addressed to Beretta of Cold Horse. Now let's see. There are seeds in here, and a note. Okay, I guess those are perishable, technically, but also they're good for the long run. It says these are date palm seeds from Garlemald, and they'll grow even in soil as barren as ours. May the fruit of these trees bring you health and happiness always. Oh, that boy of mine. I have to tell the others. There's planting to be done. Okay, a somewhat positive note to end things on. A little bit. Hey. So the package made it here safely. You've done well, Komoy. Were you like hanging out in the background this entire time? Could I have found you if I like looked around a bit more? Forgive me, the name's Erard. Though you probably already knew that. Mother always did have a gift for finding good people, or finding good help. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Hopefully I can clear things up. As you likely already know, I've been working undercover in the Guardian Army as a member of the Skulls. I provided the Resistance with intelligence and, if the situation presented itself, swayed the battles in their favor. At the Battle of Castel and Villadina, for instance, I urged my superiors to speak with Fordola and convince her it would be in their best interest to retreat. I believe you were there as well, yes? That was recent. Sadly, it was not always so easy as whispering a few choice words into the right ear. If I was to convince them of my loyalty, I had to follow all orders, no matter how horrible. I've cut down more than my fair share of friends and countrymen, convincing myself it was for the greater good. For the Resistance. I've definitely never done this quest on my main character. This is a very interesting side character to just have like in this little pocket of the world. A deep cover agent in the Skulls. Sounds like something out of Metal Gear or something. I don't know. I still believe that, but I know full well that there are those who will never forgive the things I've done. I thought it better they believe I died in battle. And with Erard gone, it's time for me to move on. No, go home. What will I do now? Well, this war is far from over, but I cannot continue my fight here. Okay, this line probably would have changed to like, well, this war is over, etc., etc. If we actually like finish the main story before doing this. No, I will assume a new identity, and find another land whose people long to be free from the Guardian's grasp. I will miss this place. Thankfully it's in good hands now. Farewell, Komoy. When next we meet, I look forward to fighting with you on the same side of the battlefield. I'm not sure we're gonna meet again. I'm almost definitely sure we won't. Unless somehow this comes back as like a big, I don't know, even bigger intersection quest. You should have seen the looks on everyone's faces. They practically snatched the seeds out of my hands. If only Erard could be here to help us plant them. Erard's alive. We're snitchers. We snitch. You're absolutely right. He is alive. In our hearts. And in these seeds. No, he's alive. You've given me so much. I wish I knew how to thank you. Tell you what, when these palms get to growing, you can have all the dates you can eat. Speaking of which, I best be going. Those seeds won't plant themselves. You take care now. But he's alive, you see. Okay. Well, at least we get 3 dates for life. We'll go hang out over in Radiata for the next episode. I'll have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do next episode, because there's going to be like one very big cutscene. Probably with Lise, I imagine. But then we won't want to move on with the main story, we'll want to do like a bunch of other side junk. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Now would be a good time to take a break.